Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm PANCZASU, the mighty mix spammer, and I still have tears in my eyes. I just recently watched the Poison music video from Secret again. Oh boy, I love it so much. Still, I love Sonic Should Do Way Better, obviously, but seriously, Secret, I'm so happy they came back to the, like, primary concept per se, the thing that they started with and the thing that caused me to love them immensely. But as you can probably see, this is not Endless Space, this is FTL, so first of all, do not worry, there's no... Well, it's almost impossible that I'm going to make this into a series, but as you may or may not remember, last time we ended off with Endless Space, I may or may not have declared war on an empire that may or may not have proven to be way more powerful military than indeed I was. So I believe that in this case, FTL storyline just fits this case so perfectly that I just couldn't resist, and I'm going to play a session of FTL with you guys, pretending that this is the case within my Endless Space playthrough. We're going to play as one of my ships, and yeah, it's going to be relatively interesting. Now, a note that I will have to say is that I already played this game like 4 times, and once I already made it to the end, it was actually in my pre-last session, it was last session last night, that lasted till 4 AM. Yeah, it was kinda long, needless to say, but I almost won, unfortunately, because of a cheap thingy that I'm going to call artificial difficulty. I always hate when people use the term, but this time it felt like it. So I'm going to warn you to not ever do something or rather to do whatever. You're gonna see that with my own eyes. But first of all, spoiler alert, if you don't want to know about the final boss in Faster Than Light, then do not watch this video, skip like a minute ahead or something. Okay, so let me just go to my screenshots, and there we go. This is the moment where I died. This is the final stage of the boss battle. As you can see, the enemy ship is severely damaged. It has no crew members on board. I mean, those are my guys, those are not the enemies, so that's FYI. And I was really close to destroying it, however, I took some significant hull damage from the super weapon that this ship has installed. Yes, it has a super weapon! And it has 3 stages as well, so you have to destroy it 3 times essentially, which is awesome, because don't get me wrong, this was like the most epic battle I had in, wow, I don't remember when, because epic music, epic tension, everything was awesome. One thing that probably, however, screwed me over and that I did not deserve to happen to me, I did have 2 more crew members before making the screenshot that I lost during the first battle with this mothership. Those 2 crew members were, one of them was this kind of ancient race guy that is really difficult to get, but he's immensely awesome at everything he does, and it's really powerful. So I was using 2 guys as my usual boarding party, and then following up with those 2 guys who actually I usually use as engineers. But more to the point, during my first encounter with this mothership, I was certain that this is the one and final battle, especially because the game kept saying that. So I didn't, because of seeing that the enemy ship was almost done, I was so excited. I was like, who cares that I'm going to lose 2 guys in the ship, I'm just going to destroy it and feel awesome because I've been in this game during my third try to do so. And then all of a sudden it powers up its FTL drive and flies away with my crew on board, then later on obviously disappears. So I lost 2 crew members for no reason whatsoever, and those guys would probably make a huge difference and allow me to win this fight later on. Also, it was partially... so this is just a note to you guys. Do be careful, because you have to fight this ship 3 times in a row. Well, not necessarily in a row, but you have to fight this ship 3 times indeed, so just be very careful about that. Also, note to self, because usually in my first 2 encounters I took barely any hull damage. It was like this level of hull damage, so I thought I do not need to make any repairs. I just jumped straight into the 3rd phase. Yeah, I should have repaired it before attacking this ship for the 3rd time in a row, because apparently 3rd phase, even though as you can see this ship is already severely damaged, it doesn't have half of its weapons, it doesn't have its drones, etc, etc. With its super weapon, it's mighty difficult to actually take down. So yeah, I hope that those tips are going to help you fight against this kind of threat on your own when the time comes. Now, what is funny is that this game actually runs on smooth 900 frames per second or more, so this is kinda cool. So I guess we're going to start a new game. I am going to change into the towers, ship design because I love this ship design. In my run that I managed to go to the mothership, as you can see, I did actually, never mind, it was a different run that didn't end so well. But I did generally have a very powerful iron blaster and some kind of other laser type. So with those kind of two weapons fighting simultaneously, there's nothing that couldn't withstand me. In fact, I lost this run because I lost all my crew members because of Arachnids eating one of those, another guy getting sick and dying, and the last, I believe, suffocated. So that was unfortunate. But anyway, we're going to rename this ship because it's a rather small ship. I'm going to call it Justica. Because if you remember, those are the small ships I used in my Endless Space playthrough. And as for the guys that are going to pilot it, actually, never mind. I'm going to call it Jack because this is going to be my mothership in the future. And she is quite frankly awesome. So, you, dear sir, you're going to be called... Now, who was a cool Asari in Mass Effect? I don't remember who was my favorite. Oh, yes. Arya. She is definitely my favorite Asari in the entire series, so that's why I am going for her. Now, you, dear sir, you are going to be called... I have no idea how you're going to be called. Well, you are going to be the weapons guy. So, who was this kind of dark Asari? The other actually, but what? How was she called? I don't quite remember. I guess that's one way to call her. Sorry, I misclicked some button. Okay, and the last person, who is that gonna be? I'm not quite sure yet, so I'm just gonna call her... I have no idea. Okay, I did not really come up with some innovative names for this run, but who cares, we're just gonna go with it. Now, it is probably going to be a really long video cast. Well, I guess you could call it videocast, because this game tends to drag on for quite some time, as you might imagine. So, first of all, I'm going to put Justica... I don't want this to be paused, thank you very much. Justica on the engines, and the bad girl, obviously, managing the weapons area. The reason why I'm not going for the shields is because early on in the game, you don't really need to speed up the power up of the shields. It's still going to be... It's not really going to make any difference whatsoever, so I'd much rather have the evasion chance higher than usual. Also, shields only protect you against lasers, evasion against everything. I mean, seriously, during the mothership fight, being able to evade 3 missiles in a row probably saved me a couple of times. Seriously. So, this ship design is the one I unlocked after being, well, not beating the mothership. But I do love this ship design quite a lot. And the reason for that is that it starts off with the Iron Blaster. The drones are also nice. I started to like them. I didn't have any of the drones during my mothership run, but they proved to be very powerful indeed. But Iron Blaster, seriously, this thing fires so fast and fiercely that it is crazy good. And Bad Girl is going to level up extraordinarily fast using this weapon. So this is why I love this ship so much. It lacks the firepower of your standing ship, but it's still nice nevertheless. Now, I'm going to start off with a Nebula to just try and slow the enemy fleet a little bit. Obviously, we're going to attack the pirate. During the first few sectors, you always want to attack the enemy ships. Now, my typical rationalism thingy that I tend to tell you what I do and why I do, and try to rationalize my way through to win every game I can, doesn't really work out with this kind of game because there's a serious luck factor in here involved. It's still a very addictive game, don't get me wrong, and really nice, but there is luck factor, there's no doubt about that. So what I'm going to do here is power up my drone so that it can deal some damage. I'm going to turn off the enemy lasers so that this drone can be actually way more effective. I don't have to care about their weapon systems because they actually cannot deal any damage to me. Never mind, they have bombs, so I should care about them, never mind. Okay. And actually, I have no idea why I fired a shot at the drone control, because the drone is on the anti-rocket drone and I have no rockets, so yeah. Okay, 5 fuel, 7 missiles, 8 scrap, definitely yes. If I kept attacking I would get more scrap, but for now I want to stock up on fuel, after I get like 30 of the fuel I don't have to worry about it ever again. Missiles obviously are useless to me, but nice nevertheless. Now let's get to this distress beacon, see what awaits us there. And hopefully this will not be a boring playthrough, because there is going to be a lot of reading here, as you might imagine. Shields are down and I don't know how much longer we can last. Okay, so this is one of those events that you really are kind to have the right add-on to your ship to actually gain 100% bonus out of this. Because right now, if I choose this, I can gain something amazing. For example, another crew member, or I can lose a lot of my ship hull. Now, if I had the teleporter, I could simply beam the crew up to my ship, wouldn't risk a thing, and I would still gain bonuses. So this is something to remember. But now I'm going to take the risk because this game is all about that. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'm meant to save those guys, but still getting those guys regardless. So he gets to death is me empowering me. That's a pretty bad thing to say, but what can I say? I'm a psychopath, apparently. Now, I don't care about the mercenaries. I have never ever hired them. I would much rather fight them, especially because this ship doesn't appear to be all that strong. Only 2 weapons and a single shield array. And also, I really like fighting the Select Interceptor because those 2 rooms, there's no access to them. So if I damage their entries or the auto generator, then there's no way the enemy can repair that, and it's really nice. However, the problem with that I have with that right now is the fact that I have only a drone on a standby, and I cannot order it to attack a specific system on board. So I guess this doesn't benefit me so greatly right now, but usually I love fighting Select Interceptors. It's just so easy to take care of the enemy auto generator and then just watch everybody suffocate. As you can see, I don't care about the shields. One, because Ion Blaster, if it hits the shields, is going to need to power it down regardless. And I would much rather make sure that the enemy doesn't fire its rockets at me, because they do have rockets and they are kind of scary. 2 missiles, 1 drone pass, escape. Well, since I don't care about missiles and escape is kind of rubbish, I will not accept their surrender and just kill them all. I like killing people off, but you would be surprised how often I actually do accept offers of surrender. Obviously it's all very situational, but I've seen a couple of YouTubers playing this game, right? Because obviously it's kind of bandwagoning for whatever reason. Well, not for whatever reason, it's kind of amazing this game is. So that's why everybody is bandwagoning it. But I've seen many people make this mistake of not allowing the enemy to surrender when in fact it would be most beneficial. So for example, right now I'm happy I did not let them surrender because I gained less missiles that I don't care about, but a little bit more scrap. However, in many situations you will find out that it is actually better to let them surrender so that you can gain more benefits. Now, if there is not going to be a battle in here, we're going to talk a little bit on what you need to prepare in order to actually be able to face the mothership and hope for survival. First of all, let me try to... Okay, I did miss the ship, that's unfortunate. Yet again, with teleporter I would be able to save this ship, and without it I only had a small chance. But what I wanted to talk about is the fact that there are 2 systems that I cannot imagine being mothership without. The first one is a stealth system. Yes, I would really like to kill this guy. Now, auto scouts, especially this area in the game, they are not scared at all. I can just power up my drone and keep firing at their weapon systems. It should be a piece of cake. Now, 2 systems that you definitely need to fight the mothership and actually hope for survival. First of all, cloaking system. When the enemy does its super passage, super weapon firing thingy, whatever you wanna call it, you need to cloak yourself. There's no doubt about that. You need to be cloaked, otherwise you are going to suffer greatly. So, by having my stealth system, especially on fully upgraded, I can just stealth my way all the way through the enemy firing their super weapons, and this allowed me to survive as long as I did. Obviously it didn't allow me to win, but it was close enough. Obviously I don't also need to tell you how much I raged when I actually got destroyed. So the thing is, I could have just jumped away from this battle, repair myself, and then go back and probably destroy the ship with no problem. But I was kind of sleepy. I guess this is kind of a mistake that you do when you are tired. Now, I could upgrade my ship. Don't do it. Seriously, do not do it. Wait for the stall. You have to try and assemble 150 scrap ASAP to get the stealth systems. Seriously, they are just so powerful. They allow you to power up your weapons while the enemy cannot power up his weapons. They allow you to dodge any of those super attacks from the mothership, but that's only going to come up later. But for now, seriously, even without fighting the mothership, stealth systems are still very, very good indeed. You have to... No, I'm not selling any drone parts, sorry. And you should always try to get those stealth systems ASAP. Another system that you need to have in order to fight the mothership is going to be thingy that I'm going to talk about in a second. First of all, however, let me take care of the enemy's weapon systems, because they do have rockets. I'm kind of afraid of rockets. They tend to actually deal some damage. Now, because I have such sick crew tending to the engines and steering wheel, I guess, I am able to avoid quite a lot of the missiles that are fired at me, which is very nice, because missiles, if they hit you, they always cause hull damage. Hull damage equals scrap that you have to spend on repairing, and you don't want this to happen. So as you can see, I just keep firing at the enemy weapon systems. And actually now I believe I could try and actually go a little bit for the shields, because the enemy system took such a beating in terms of Iron Blaster. It will take ages for it to come back online again, and now it's also destroyed, so yeah. Now the enemy ship is firing out its faster than light drive. I don't want it to escape, obviously, so I am going to disable their steering wheels. Steering wheel, what is it, a car? I guess I could call it a steering wheel, but still it sounds kind of ridiculous. And I'm going to keep firing at those three systems in a rotational way, I guess. 6 missiles, a drone pod, and 8 scrap. No, I don't care about missiles, as I said before. Don't get me wrong, sometimes missiles are great, but I noticed that in a lot of my runs, I don't use them at all, even when I do have them. Because I often find out that they are just mediocre, better than the laser weapons, and often I just stick with the lasers. Obviously I don't if the enemy has too powerful shields to penetrate the enemy ship, but then I often just run away rather than try and fight. I'm not sure if it was worth it, I don't remember what I would get for the offer, but it's good enough. So anyway, the second system that you need to get in order to be able to fight Mothership and actually hopeful win is going to be the teleporter. You need to have a crew that is going to be able to board the ship and kill the crew inside, damaging the enemy systems. I'll talk about why in a second. 2 missiles, a single drone pod, and 7 scrap. No bribe. Sorry guys, I'm gonna kill you instead. So, firing up my drones as usual, and I will just keep firing at their weapons. Now, as you can see, the enemy does have a shield, this green shieldy thingy, which will force me to actually, which will delay me actually doing any damage to the ship and firing down their weapons. And they do have rockets that are going to hit, unfortunately. So, actually, never mind. I'm going to send an engine to repair the auto system, because engines are superior when repairing anything. Okay, they're trying to get away with their FTL system. I'm going to make sure that that doesn't indeed happen, hopefully. Now, more generous bribe, 7 missiles, and nice scrap. This is just 2 more scrap than previously. I don't want to accept. I hope for even more scrap. I believe that this is possible to get that. You can go back to the station. Now, this guy is going to level up relatively soonish, because, as I said before, he gains crazy levels on being stationed on this place, and I just lost my Iron Blaster, which means that the ship can... Never mind, it will not get away. Fortunately, my drone was able to finish it off. Friendly scrap is still a little bit better, so I am happy with this. And also... Oh, this is not nice. So far, every single time when I saved somebody, they were like, oh, thank you, have this map that is totally useless to you. But at least they thanked me, and this guy didn't even thank me, so this is not nice. But anyway, is there anybody damaged? Yes, indeed. Now, the cool thing about this ship design, it starts with an augmentation that allows you to heal your crew members even if they are not in the engine bay. Obviously, they are not healed as fast as they would if they were in the engine bay, but still, it's kind of amazing upgrade to have to your ship. So, this is one other reason why I love it so much. Now, there's a store in here. I will go check it out in a moment. First of all, I will go to this place, then I will visit the store, and then hopefully it will have a link to the exit. Even if it doesn't, then I believe I will be able to withstand the firepower of the Rebel cruiser for one turn at least. So, it should be nice. Federation Scout, they are usually pretty weak. I can see 2 weapons installed. Shouldn't be a problem. So, as usual, we start off by powering our drone and firing at their weapons systems. Yeah, that's the way to go in. And we already damaged the engine. That's good, because usually when I play with a different ship, then I always, aside from first of all, focus on weapons. And when I know that the weapons are down, I always go for either the engine or the steering wheel, cockpit, whatever you wanna call it, because the evasion chance, as I said, by my standards, it's way more powerful than just plain or shields, because it's, quite frankly, not that great. I mean, it does block all my shots from my drone right now, so I might actually try and disable it, just so my drone is a little bit more effective. But Yeah, look at that. So, a little bit of scrap, a little bit of fuel. Fuel is always nice. Missiles I don't care about, but maybe I'll have a chance to sell them later. Now I do want to go to the store, repair a little bit of my damage. I don't have the money to buy the clocking upgrade. Yes, yes, yes. Ah, they have it too. It's like taunting me. I could buy the crew teleporter though. And it's tempting me. So I will already have it and I wouldn't have to worry about ever getting it again. However, for now I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to gain more crew. Then again, most of the time you can just buy a crew member, so I will get the crew teleporter right away so that I don't have to worry that I may or may not be able to buy it in the future stalls. Also, I'm going to fix all the damage I have and buy as much fuel as humanly possible. Don't care about either drone parts or missiles. Drone parts are usually pretty often encountered in the universe, so if I run low, I might be in a bit of a trouble, but I don't think this is the case in the end. For now, I will not need the teleporter at all. It is going to be useless without me having a little bit better crew and preferably upgraded sensors so that I know where I am actually teleporting. Okay, that is all I wanted from the store, and now I can go to the exit and actually fly away. Still plenty of time before the rebels arrive. Yada yada yada. I lose fuel, I gain drone part. Yeah, why not? I'm not sure. Yeah, it was actually worth it. That's a deal I want to take. So, civilian sector or rebel control sector? Without a doubt, we are going to the rebel control sector. Early on, you want to stick out to the more dangerous sectors for as long as possible. Well, not as long as possible, but the first 2-3 sectors you have to try and make them as dangerous as possible, because you are going to get more scrap and more weapons and more stuff from it. It is going to be a little bit risky, but it's definitely worth it. And later on, when it is late game and the enemy ships are kind of powerful, then you want to stick to civilian control sectors. So right now, I'm going to go to rebel control sector. Let me say that again, rebel controlled sector, and try to survive for as long as possible. More than half because have been destroyed, many settlements have been abandoned, and the rebels patrol constantly, just the way I like it. More people to kill. And more than half beacons destroyed. Wow, I don't even want to think about how many beacons there would be if they weren't destroyed. Wow, that's a lot of beacons right there. Alright, rebel rigger is going to attack. Nothing personal, but we are under orders. That's no problem, I would kill you anyway. So you don't have to apologize to me per se, I guess. Okay, turning around their weapons, at least partially. Not partially, but fully. I'm not sure if partially or fully, I don't know if this is what, but no, it was fully turning it down, so that's nice. Now they managed to dodge all my fires, shots, whatever, so that's not nice. And their weapons are completely taken out, that's nice. So I'm going to try... Oh, look at that! My bad gear already leveled up. It's like Sector 2, the first system of the second sector, and I'm already leveled up. If it was a different ship with a different weapon system, this would not be the case, needless to say. But because of how fast this weapon can fire, this guy can level up crazy fast, and because of that I absolutely adore Iron Blaster. I adore it immensely. I love it. Now, 2 fuel, 14 scrap. I believe I will be able to do better than that, but I'm running a little bit low on fuel, so I will accept that for a change. Yeah, I'll accept that. I just want a little bit more fuel. Also, drone part is going to make up for the drone that I had to use in this encounter. Okay, rebel, that's nice. It should be a piece of cake. Yeah, they only... Okay, there's no way in a million years they're going to be able to do any damage to me, because as you can see, I'm going to tell you that in a second. Okay, so they have a control drone and they have a weapon. However, both the drone and the weapon, they fire beams that only are able to deal damage to you if you have no shields. I have shields, there's no way I'm going to take any damage whatsoever anytime soon, because regardless of what is going to happen, they cannot penetrate my shield. So what I'm going to do is get those 2 guys away from their consoles, and I'll beam aboard the ship, because I don't need... I quite frankly believe I will be able to actually take out their ship without even caring about my evasion chances and whatnot. So this is going to be risky. I don't know what kind of crew they have, but I should be able to do it quite well. Also, I want to turn down their whatnots. What is it called? I don't really remember. Okay, I can umpire my engines, because as I said, I don't have to worry about. As soon as I make sure that their medbay is actually powered down, I'm going to actually I'm going to go on board the ship. So a couple of more strikes. Their auto is down as well. And I just damaged, because as you've seen, the doors open, so from here to here. So I'm pretty sure somebody abandoned the cockpit, went to O2 to repair it. Then my drone fired at it successfully, so I believe somebody took damage. It is much more likely that I am actually going to be able to win the fight on board the ship now. So I'm going to teleport in and just keep firing at their medbay. Hopefully I will be able to survive it. If not, I can always escape, heal myself up, and then just keep attacking. As I said, they powered the FTL, I forgot about that, OMG. If they escape with my crew, it's going to be GG. So I better actually keep at it. Okay. My crew is almost dead, but the crew is almost dead as well. Okay, Arya is only on 11 health. This cannot be said about the enemy, so what I'm going to do is beam those guys back aboard the ship. Keep firing at their lasers, you guys go heal yourself up. I'm going to beam again in a moment. And just keep turning down every system I can. Also, I need... Oh! Stupid me, I forgot to turn down the drone. Now, note to self and to you guys. This is something that you always have to do when the enemy ship is really badly damaged. Turn off your drone, you don't need to do any more damage. I always did that, but this time, because of my stupidity and probably the fact I had to comment, I forgot to do so. So I go back here, let's take a go back here. I'm still not used to the names. I mean, usually I have Jean-Luc Picard here, Commander Wolf here, Wolf, I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, I forgot it. Sorry. And last but by no means least, I have Deanna Troy tending the engines. I know it wasn't Deanna Troy who tended the engines, she was just a counselor, but I wanted to have a female on board, so I guess this kind of makes sense. It doesn't, but I don't care. Alright, so we move forward, I give fuel, so I lose fuel and get drone parts. Sure, why not? I have quite a bit of fuel. This is why you want to stock up on fuel ASAP, because then a lot of people really want fuel from you and they are willing to give you something in return. Usually this is something awesome, so you do want to have as much fuel as possible, even to the point where you have 30 of it. You may not use it by traveling, but you will use it by giving it to somebody else. Now, to let us think of... How did he know that I'm going to shatter the dreams of a better galaxy? I guess every single of my ship is going to shatter the dreams of a better galaxy, that's how awesome I am. Nope, that's probably not the case. So, standard tactic. Am I going to actually go on board the ship? No, they have lots of rockets, I am kinda afraid. And... well, maybe I could try to board the ship, it depends. If I deal damage to their weapon systems with my drone, then I might actually try and board the ship, because then I wouldn't be afraid of their actually firing at me. Which might indeed be the case, so I'll let my drone fire a little bit, a couple of more shots, and soon I'll actually go ahead and go on the ship. You know what? Actually I just realized, because I can just continue to fire at the weapon systems, I might as well just go ahead and get on board of the ship right now. So let me fire one more of that, and oh yeah, I have to power this thing up, so I'm gonna have to do just that. Now don't get me wrong, the fact, oh I don't care that they're trying to okay. The fact that I have powered up the medbay doesn't mean that they get killed on top of the enemy ship, that's obviously, but I have it so that I don't have to remember about using it again in the future. I hope that makes sense. If not, then that's too bad. Okay, I'm going to go to the cockpit. Now, the enemy does have 3 crew members. This is going to be an issue. And because of the fact that they're trying to power the FTL, I might be at a little bit of a problem, because I have to keep firing at both their weapon systems and the cockpit. So, I'm about to get my guys out of there. Thank you very much. You heal up. You keep firing. Now, as I said, this is going to be pretty close to the chest, because if the enemy fires their missiles at me, I have no chance to dodge, because I did not ban any stations. So I really have to rely on me turning down their weapon systems all the time. Now, you go back to the teleporter, be ready to get on board again. This is going to be tight. No, how did they... They had turned down engines, didn't they? How did they... Okay, whatever, I'm not gonna complain. Maybe I just failed. Obviously, it does happen that you fail. I don't feel like I failed this time, but obviously I did since the enemy did get away. So that's just sad. Oh well, not much I could do about that. So let me just keep exploring the galaxy in a set order. I haven't set any order, but let's pretend I did. On my ship, so there's no way I'm going to get on board of it. Also, can I even destroy it? It has 2 shields, but with my fast firing weapon, I believe I will be able to actually do some damage. But this time I'll need to actually focus on the shields, so that my drone is going to be able to do something as opposed to do nothing. As you can see, normally I wouldn't be able to take down the ship with a single weapon and a single drone, but because of how fast firing my weapon is, I can just keep firing faster than the enemy ship shields are going to reload, so I believe I'm good to go. I don't have to worry about the medbay, so now I just want to make sure that I have this evasion chance still. Good, the enemy shields are down, now I can actually fire at the enemy weapon systems. That's nice, keep firing at the shields so that they don't recharge. Oh, I didn't have to fire at the cockpit because it's already disabled, so the enemy cannot dodge me possibly. Keep firing at the shields and I should be able to come out of this A-okay. Now, as I said, the early battles in these games are pretty easy, regardless of whatever can happen. So the only thing that can screw you over every game are the random events that can be pretty harsh, but they can be pretty harsh all the way through your game, so you don't really have to worry about them. If you get some positive effect, then that's nice. If you don't, then well, that's bad luck. You have to live on with that. Now, I keep saving my scrap. As you can see, I still didn't upgrade my ship, and I still have no intention to do so. Rebel automated scout ship attacking a civilian ship, that's definitely something I want to take part in, because I'm going to be able to completely annihilate the ship. That's at least probably the case, that's what I believe is the case. But they do have an air cannon on their own, which might be unfortunate. I did, however, disable their shield, not shield, but weapons early on, so I should be good to go. And I decreased the enemy invasion chance as well. As you can see, look at that. My bodyguard is already fully leveled up on weapons. Look at that. We're still in the sector 2. We are still in the sector 2, so this just shows you the power of this ship design. Starting with Iron Blaster is amazing. Because later on I'm just going to be able to pop my other weapons just so much faster because of my hero being so well trained up. Hero, why did I call them hero? Those are just crew members, but whatever. Breach missiles, they are pretty nice, but they are missiles. I don't really care about them too much. However, they're still. Oh yeah, and look at how much they cost me to get. Yeah. Yada yada. Repair hull damage, that is very nice. Damage. Oh, that's how it's supposed to pronounce it. So I might use the breach missiles from time to time because they are really cool and they do cause a breach in the enemy ship more often than not. So I could use that to actually make sure that the enemy crew is focused on something. For example, I could use that to fire at the enemy medbay and then being sure that the enemy cannot hear the sense and that they will suffocate as well. I can beam myself up in there as well so that so that I can actually fight more effectively. Now, something I forgot to talk about that may or may not be important, because this is my first FTL video and there's such a major battle going on. What? My ship intact? How are you gonna do that without teleporters? That makes no sense. Oh, apparently you just cheated your way into my system. That's not good. So, let me think a little bit. Do I want to fire my Iron Blaster at full speed, or do I want the evasion chance? Honestly, I don't care about the evasion because... No, I do care about the evasion, but I do need my Iron Blaster first, so... I'm gonna have to try and make it like that. Also, I need to power up my healing base, so I'm going to do something like that. So that I'm actually going to win this battle. Because my crew is going to be healed over and over again, while the enemy is not. However, thing I forgot is that I have NG, and they're really bad at fighting. So I think I will have to actually put this guy in here. Yeah, I lost the door control, that is not nice. Justica, go heal yourself. Bodyguard, come assess the fight. Now, it is really difficult to talk while playing this game, it really is, and also there's an issue. I cannot let this guy destroy my engine, because if that happens, my ship is going to take some hull damage. I don't want this to happen, so I'm going to send this guy in there, try to prevent this from happening. Good, you just keep firing. Man, I have to watch three things at once while commentating. This is really stressful, it really is. Hopefully I'll be able to kill one of the crew members relatively soonish. This is indeed the case. Now I am able to repair the engines a little bit. However, this guy is going to be dead pretty soon. They're trying to escape. Okay, so I have to switch my priorities. I feel like running on a triathlon or something. It is really stressful. My throttle controller is down, so I cannot suffocate those guys, and it's not like I really would like to do so either. So actually no, you go here, you stay here, you go here. Will I be able to save the auto system? Yes, I will be. Question is, will I lose a crew member while this is happening? Get out of there. Oh, great. Okay, the ship exploded, but I was unable to save my auto systems. Whew. As you may probably tell, it is rather stressful. You fix the doors. I said you fix the doors. Okay, you go there. You're not fully healed, but I need you there so that you prevent the enemy from actually destroying my drone control. I don't want to suffer any more hull damage, thank you very much. I should be able to win this fight pretty easy now, but still, I'm a little bit annoyed that they were able to deal so much damage to my ship when I didn't want this to happen. But oh well, this is the problem with NG crew members. They're kinda bad. I need to take a sip of my juice. I didn't do so this playthrough, so it's the same box from yesterday, maybe it now tastes better. It does! Wow, why is that? Why is it that yesterday this juice didn't taste like anything and today it actually has a taste? It's not as tasty as it could be, but it's tasty nevertheless, so what on earth happened there? Oh, hold on a second. You go there, okay, and everything is going to be fine. 90 scrap, almost at 150 mark, still not quite there. There's an issue. Will I be actually able to make it into the exit from this branch? If not, this is going to be the end, because I will be able to survive maybe like 2 encounters with the enemy rebel fleet at its full potential, but 10 encounters? It's going to be the death of me. So let's have a quick look. If I had the cloaking system, then yes, I would be able to make it. Actually, this is the part of the cloaking system, but without it, no, I wouldn't. Okay, this is not a problem. Fire up a drone. Instead, fire up a drone. And target their weapon systems as well. Whew. This game is really stressful to commentate. Usually when I play it, I'm just like relaxed. Well, unless obviously, oh, okay, I still have the drone working, so I don't have to pull off my stations. But unless obviously I lose to a mothership, then yes, I'm kind of stressed out and angry, quite frankly speaking. Well, that's kind of obvious, I guess. But while trying to commentate on the same time, it is rather difficult. So I'm going to send this guy to repair the damage because I want him to get as much experience in repairing as possible, so that he can repair any damage dealt to the weapons area as fast as possible. Excuse me. Okay, this has been taken care of, and as soon as he goes in there and powers up the weapons, I can go. Is this system going to be within the warning area or not? I have no idea, but I have to try it. This is my only hope. Okay, it was not. The enemy fleet still did not catch up to me. And yes, I'm going to attack the ship. It's not going to pose up too much of a threat. Only 2 weapons and a single shield. That's not going to be an issue at all. So I'm just going to attack not shields, but weapon systems as usual. One is already taken down. The other one is not going to be able to pierce through my shields. So yeah, I believe this is going to be an easy as pie battle. So we shouldn't have any problems with that. And yet again, this is the reason why I love this ship so much. It is just so helpful to have this ion blaster early on in the game. Usually you have Artemis missile and this burst laser, And I guess I could use Artemis missile to similar effect. But no. Let's just not even talk about it. This ship design is just plain old better. There's no doubt about that. I mean, you can argue with me, that's fine, but you're not wrong anyway. Okay, I got quite a bit of scrap. Let's investigate the station. Heavy laser. What was the heavy laser like? I forgot. Was it? I think I never had this guy. It's just a bare weapon of a single laser. So I'm definitely going to be using that more than I use the breach, because so far I haven't ever used the breach. And here is a 9 seconds to charge and only one required part. This is very nice because I'll actually be able to upgrade my ship with relatively low cost and still be able to use heavy laser. It takes also a relatively low time to actually charge up, which is nice. I'm very tempted to do that now, but look at that, almost 150, very close to actually being able to buy the stealth substance, so I'm definitely not going to spend any scrap right now. I arrived at the beacon. Intelligent life forms on a nearby planet. It might cause me a crew member. Last time I tried it, it did cause me a crew member. But the time before that, it did gave me a crew member. So it's pretty much a roulette, Russian roulette. So, I'm not going to bring any six-legged, horse-legged animals on board of my ship. Because it ends badly, they usually eat you. You trust me, I've went through that before. So I'll try to communicate peacefully. Nothing happened. I guess this is possible. Rock or rebel? Let me think. What am I more afraid of? Rock or rebels indeed. I mean, this one would give me more options. So if it went badly, then I wouldn't be able to actually go into the friendly system to repair any damage. So because of that, I believe I will go for rock control system. Besides, I pretty much never really encountered the rocks. I did encounter them and their ancient predecessor, which I had in my crew, which was awesome. But rocks are not the same, they are indeed weaker than their predecessor, ancestors, whatever. When you resist transport in the space, you should tread carefully here. No, that's too bad for them. No, it is kind of funny that there are those races that are sapient, but they are rocks and so on and so forth, because it really reminds me of this book called Global Galactica. If you don't know the title, then don't be surprised, because it's a Polish book. And... wait, what? Okay, so they have crew member on my ship without actually being able to get... Okay, so I'm going to power you up at the expense of that, going to do that. I know that saying that and that is not particularly helpful, but yeah, I do have to take care of the rock ASAP while trying to take care of their weapon systems, which turns out to be going relatively well-ish. Just the O2. Too bad I can suffocate for a little bit. I like the music. It feels like some kind of something. That's very descriptive, I know. But anyway, there is this Polish book called... Come on, I was about to talk about the book! Too few 100 parts for the scrap. I'm going to take it. You know why? First of all, I don't know when I'm going to encounter a store and my fuel is running low. Also, I might be really unlucky and not get any scrap anytime soon. And I do want to make sure that I am actually able to afford the stealth system, so I will go for that. Okay, the auto is on fire. I'm going to suffocate it. If you can suffocate a room, maybe you can. And get those two guys on standby. It might be risky per se because I'm unable to make up for the loss of oxygen, but honestly, who cares? Without a little bit of a risk, there's no fun in that involved, right? Besides, I do have my healing systems powered up, so yeah, I'm going to be healed regardless. Also, I really need to get to the toilet. I have no idea why I said that, but that is indeed the case. So you guys heal up. I'll wait for my oxygen to recharge a little bit. Now, something I don't like about this game, opening orders about my ship should even out the oxygen level across the all decks, right? So that, for example, if, let's say, my auto system is malfunctioning, my dock bay is destroyed, and my... what is it called? And my weapon system is without any oxygen. So what I would like to do is even out the oxygen level on all of my decks so that I would not suffocate in my weapon system, because it's very important to have the system online. If you know what I mean. I hope I expressed myself clearly enough. Probably not, but I tried nevertheless. Okay, I should jump now. But first of all, let me unpower this, thank you very much. And let's jump. No stalls detected, unfortunately, but this will hopefully change. So, is there anything going to happen that will -2 fuel and +2 drone parts? Tempting. Okay, I go for it. I might regret it in the future, but for now I believe I'm okay. So, can I please talk about Greyback Galactica? It's really an amazing book that deserves a shout out. Okay, I guess that is indeed the case. And okay, 2 shields is going to be an issue, but not something I cannot take care of. So pause, power this up, and go all in. I should be able to take out this ship. If not, I will simply escape. But with my rate of fire, I believe I should be a-okay. Especially having an ion weapon is definitely helpful. Yeah, look at that. Now, I need to take care of the shields as well, because otherwise they're just going to keep resetting them all the time, and I will not be able to deal any damage to those guys. Which would be unfortunate. I will try to board the ship. Will I? It depends. I might... You know what? I'll try to actually try and suffocate those guys. So... Yeah, it seems like a nice idea. So... Wait a minute. Can a rock suffocate? I never had a rock crew member. I had an ancestor, and he was truly resistant to suffocation. So my plan may not work out, but we'll see how it goes. Wait, I took some damage? Huh, interesting. I'm suffocating. Should I care? Well, I don't know because I don't, but it looks like it may actually not be possible to effectively board the ship, so I'm going to resent for that, fix the O2, and just try to kill those guys. That's unfortunate. Usually by now I would already have like 5 crew members, but I was really unlucky with my random encounters and unable to get any crew members. Usually I end up fighting the slavers and I almost kill them, then they offer one of the slaves as a present, so I always accept because slaves are fun, right? Oh, I forgot about Troy. Not Troy, but Justica. Wait, what happened? What? What did hit me so hard? I did not look. I was focusing on this part of the screen and then I noticed there is a fire and everything is horrible. So I'm going to try and extinguish the fire while Picard... Arya, not Picard, is going to fix the helm. Now, the enemy doesn't have his cockpit active, so he cannot dodge any of my missiles, which is nice. But they are actually dealing some damage to me, and I lost the auto system, and... Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Okay. Go for the breach. I need to make sure that their crew is busy. While I'm going to fix some of my systems. You stay at the helm. Power the ship. Try to give me at least some of the evasion. Also, I need to power this up. Thank you very much. What am I going to tackle with my breach? That's pretty simple. Oxygen. Oh no, weapons. And... This game is testing me. Okay, so we'll suffocate this as well. Going to be very low on oxygen, but I'm willing to take the risk. Go back to the weapons, we need to charge faster. Lost the engines, that is really unfortunate. Oh boy, hold them at 50%. I might have to jump away from here, but to do that I would need to also repair my ship, not what they are called. My engines, fortunately I did hear that I made a breach in the hull, so they are going to suffocate. As I said, I'm not sure if rocks actually can suffocate, but it is a lot of damage dealt and I turned down their missile system. So now I should be able to destroy the ship with another missile. So that's good actually that I had the spare breach missile on my ship, otherwise I would be in a pretty poor condition. So let me close all the doors, you fix the engine. Whew. For a second there I was kind of worried. I did take more hull damage than I hoped for, but it should be decent. And my drone bravely arrives just in time, not so much. 2 fuel and 24 scrap and a single drone part as well to make up for the one I lost. Really nice, if I have to be completely honest with you. Actually, you may stay there. Oh, never mind. I still have to wait for a little bit to make sure that my oxygen is replenished. So, because, yeah, going in battle with 50% oxygen, you don't want to do that. In this case, you want to stay for a little bit in a system you are at. You don't have to worry about anything. The enemy fleet is not going to advance you while you wait. So, it's all good and dandy. So, stay here, wait for your oxygen to just go for a little bit higher. I wish so much that this opening doors thingy would actually work, but I don't think that is the case. But wait, I mean, does it speed up? No, it doesn't. It's just plain awesome. Okay. Now, I could maybe... what is this called? Upgrade my ship, but I also need to repair my systems on top of buying a stealth system, so I will not do that just yet. And still no store! Really unlucky I am this time. Really unlucky. This might actually cost us the game, because I'm really counting on this kind of thing. That's racist. Can I attack the station? Even if I lose, I would at least like to kill those guys. Racist people. I hate them. I hate them. I hate racist people. Unless you are racist against humanity as a whole kind, then that's fine. Those missions are really cool because not only they give you fuel, but as soon as you make it to the destination, you usually get cool thingies. For example, sometimes it's weapons, sometimes it's a lot of scrap, sometimes it's a trap, but even if it's a trap, you are usually able to fight it off, and then you still get quite a lot of cool things. And surprisingly enough, just like the quest marker is in the same map. The reason why I'm surprised is because so far, every single time I had to reach the exit, and then I would get the quest only in the next system, but this time apparently I don't have to do so, which is nice. Oh, solar flares, this is going to be annoying. Rock Scout, they don't care about fire, which is really going to be annoying. They have also a lot of shit, so I'm going to power up my breach because this is going to be the way to go. Not enough power, no. This is going to be better now. And I'm going to target breach at their shields this time because I do want to be able to deal some damage with my Iron Blaster and my drone as well. Hopefully I will be able to dodge their missiles. They have a lot of iron weaponry, which is unfortunate. Oh man, and the solar flares on top of that. God, don't kill me! They killed me. Okay, so I'm going to take care of pretty much all oxygen on my ship. But I would rather deal with the lack of oxygen than actually not having every single system possible. And there we go, that would be it about my shields. Did the breach fire? Yes, it did, I can see that. So, what's now? Fire another breach? Yes, usually I would just finish it off with a drone and Iron Blaster, but this is not the case because there is a fire and lack of oxygen which might make things a little bit more difficult, so I'm just fire other weapons array. Ow. Ow. I'm going to lose this, unfortunately. It looks like this is going to be the case indeed. Hold your breath for a really long time. That's an honest advice. Okay, which system do I need to get repaired first? The drone control system. So I'm going to make sure that it actually does have some oxygen. So I'm going to close those doors. I'm going to send you guy over there. You hold your breath as well. Whew. If I survive this, it's going to be very close to the chest, but unfortunately, I don't think this is the case. House critical, yeah. Solar flare as well. You are about to die. You died. And I can't... Yeah, this is the end. I cannot run away. Surprisingly bad run. It never went on this poorly. And... oh great, my oxygen is down as well. Is there anything... let me think for a second. Is there anything I can do to save myself? If I pump my drone, I might be able to make it. No, not without shields and an invasion chance as well, so... yeah. And it's powered down as well. I do however have working O2, so this guy should stop losing health relatively soon, but... yeah. I might also power up my teleporter, because hey, why not? Where is this guy still dying? Well, now he isn't, but he's simply very low on health. And there we go. Actually, I'm kinda happy that I ended this fast, because I don't want this video to be too long. I still have the Endless Space video to make. Not even a high score? That is all sorts of sad. But anyway, that was it. It turns out that my war against United Empire is going to go pretty poorly. or more to the point, it is going to go just fine, but I'm going to lose all my Jessicas, which was kinda obvious to say the least. So thank you for watching, it was PANCZASU, the Mighty Mix Power. If you somehow managed to enjoy my video guys, then please leave a like, and maybe even subscribe to my channel, though do not expect too much FTL from me. And always I encourage you to leave a comment because I do love reading it. Thank you for watching yet again, and I'll see you online.